So today I'm going to be practice Dodonpachi DaiOuJou Black Label. And the reason I'm doing this is because I signed up for a 1 credit marathon where I get 1 chance to 1 credit a game. My original pick was actually the original Dodonpachi because that's what I've been practicing, but that's already taken, so I had to go with Black Label here, which is another game that I've credited in the past. So I'm giving you that background because otherwise you're going to wonder what type of practice am I doing here, because as you can see I am not playing for score whatsoever. That's because right now I'm actually focusing on playing for score and getting a 2-all in the original Dodonpachi. This is just practicing for a completely degenerate survival 1cc that I can hopefully pull off on stream. So all my strategies in these practice sessions are not going to be towards getting score, but towards maximizing consistency in clearing this damn game in 1 try. Or not clearing the entire game, getting the 1-all in 1 try. So I'm going to be doing some pretty degenerate stuff to keep the rank low. But I think it's also, if you're new to the game, and you're new to shmups, you want to play this game but you find it extremely difficult, using these strategies might help you figure out how to survive at least for a bit. So why I'm playing stage 1 to begin with, since this is practice, right? I'm not doing full runs or anything. That's pretty uninteresting to watch, but I haven't played this game in a long time. And the last time I played it was on Shmup Main, and now I'm playing it on Shmup Arch. And so I haven't set up my save states. So that's what I need to do here. So that's why I'm playing through stage 1. Let's set up our first save state, right? There we go. Fun thing is, I can clear this boss like 9 times out of 10 no problem. But I'm getting the feeling, putting me on camera, I'm gonna choke. I'm gonna choke in a lot of parts of this game where I really shouldn't. The reason why I bomb there isn't just a panic bomb. It's because if you bomb like that while hypering, you will reduce your hyper rank. So by doing bombing, I believe you reduce it by 2, so I reset my hyper rank basically. Essentially, I think there's more to it than that, but that's the essential idea here. Yeah, DaiOuJou is definitely one of my favorite shmups, so I was glad to snag it. I mean, other than DDP and DaiOuJou, the other shmups I've, one cleared or 1-all at least, are Daifukatsu, Gradius, Axelay, some pretty okay shmups, but not ones that I think are super, super interesting. Metal Slug, but that's not a shmup, I don't think that would fly. So I'm happy to get Black Label considered. I like this game quite a bit. The only reason why I favored DDP in the first place is because I can 1-all that game with my eyes closed, first of all. And the second is because I'm practicing for a 2-all in that game, so that would have just been the natural fit with all my practice. I could have maybe gone for like a no miss for the first loop. That's alright. Did I remember to set up the save state? I don't think I did, but I did set one up over the boss, so I guess that'll be okay. Now I am gonna rack up a bit of a combo here just because I need to get extends still, right? So can't go completely degenerate. Still need them extends, right? It's actually fun playing DaiOuJou after playing a lot of DDP because a lot of the levels mirror each other in a lot of ways. Like, there's a section just like this in stage 2 of DDP. The funny thing is kind of some of the general routing still carries over. And I actually was practicing DaiOuJou earlier today, just doing a quick run or 2. And it's pretty refreshing to play AXE, the ship type in this game after playing a lot of Dodonpachi, because you actually have a decent shot. Where I play AL in that one, so it's basically laser all day, every day. This is a fun boss. I'll probably practice it more than once here. It would be nice to get it on the first try though, just to make me look cool in the video, right? That's half my goal. This is to make me look at least somewhat cool. Last thing I want is to do this video series and then end up just bombing on faster like that. I can do it. I can do it pretty reliably, but it's been a while. Show me the money, baby. That was bad. I'm trying not to bomb. Right there, I should have bombed, but I'm trying not to. Oh dear. Okay, I had to bomb there. I got crisscrossed. Yeah, there's a way to set it up where it won't do that to you, but it's a little rusty on how exactly. Just with your movement, you can manipulate those shots. Oh. The easiest part of the boss. Don't you hate that? You get through the hard part and then you die on the easy part. There we go, baby. Oh dear. I should be providing top shelf content right now, but instead I'm just playing the damn game. Okay, here we go. There we go. That's, if you're cool, you do that, but with 5 hypers instead of... It's actually easier. Doing it with 1 hyper is harder because the boss is in frenzy, but since you're not damaging it as much, it's in frenzy longer. So it's actually harder to do it with 1 hyper than it is to do it with 5. If you have 5, it just blows it up after a cycle or 2. It makes it pretty easy. That's the way you should do it. Okay, after this stage, I'll go back and show you guys. I'll talk about that. Yep, they are. We can do it though. Is it? See? Bam! Just like that. Wow. See how easy that was? You just had to get through one tricky part and mission accomplished. 5 grand. Okay. I'm actually not going to save that as a save. Well, I have to actually, so. Okay. It's actually throwing me off my route because that dropped the hyperrank stone right there. This was always the stage when I first started playing this game that I basically got stuck on. I played stages 1 and 2 and feel like really cool. Now I get to stage 3 and just get ended over and over. I said, how do people even beat this game? It's pretty much impossible. But I kept at it for quite a while. I can't remember how long, but I remember the early grind of playing Bullet Hells where you felt like getting through the 10 seconds of a game was a miracle. I hated this mid-boss when I first started playing. I was like, why did they throw this dumbass mid-boss here? Don't they know I barely have enough bombs as it is? But now I really enjoy fighting the mid-boss. It's pretty easy. Pretty simple, I guess. It's hard to say what's easy and what's not, but it's pretty simple once you know what you're doing. Kind of one of the earliest patterns I learned how to watch without looking at my ship was that one. So the plan here is I'm going to try and avoid hypering unless I get into a situation where I might get killed. Because hypering drives up both your max, your hyper rank, and your base rank, so you don't want to do it you're trying to do this strategy I'm going for. And what rank is, to maybe people who are unfamiliar with the term, so the game's basically like a treadmill. And have you ever done run on those treadmills where the longer you are on it, the higher the resistance gets? Or the faster you run on it, the higher the resistance gets? That's how rank works in this game. Basically, the longer you're alive, the more hypering you're doing, the more hypers you're collecting, the harder the game gets. So we're going to try and ride that fine balance of not dying, but also not driving up the hyper. Or not driving up the rank. We're trying to exploit it. And the way we're doing that is by, whenever I'm hypering, I'm going to bomb before the hyper ends, which will drop the rank down. So this boss is a really good way to check how high your rank has got, because as you can see now, the bullets have a pretty moderate speed, so I've got a pretty moderate hyper rank going on right now. Not minimum, because the bullets are a lot slower on minimum, but not high either. You're a lot faster, because you have moderate. If I say redundant things and explain basic concepts, I apologize. It's actually pretty hard to think and play at the same time, so a lot of this is just words coming out of my mouth. I don't know what I'm saying half the time. Okay, now he's pissed. Okay, this is tricky. I should just bomb. I should have set up a save state there for sure. Alrighty, stage 4. This is where we're going to be spending most of our time actually, so save our save state. Okay, so I just cleared that boss without dying. I think I can combo this. Can you combo into the door? This is the part I'm not sure. Yeah, because you go over here, maybe just squeeze the door. I'm not too worried about it. So we have a hyper, that's good, because there's one bullet pattern I'm worried about in this opening section. It's this chain wall, this blue chain wall that you use to shoot. If you actually line up your timing correctly, you never have to dodge it. Here it is. There it is. Yeah, that thing can be sticky if you're in a bad position. Here's a random fun fact about when I was first learning this game. I made a save state right before this section, and okay, I got distracted there. I just flew right into a bullet. That's the price of being an entertainer. Gives us a chance to see if this will combo though. Yeah, there we go. That's how you do it. Like that. I actually think, after playing a lot of DDP, that it's easier to chain in this game than it is in DDP. Quite a bit. For one, I don't know if the chain's more lenient. It probably isn't. Like, the timer probably isn't. I'm not sure. But the fact that your shot can combo, where with AL it really can't very well. I mean, it can, but not very well. Just that alone makes it a lot easier. Plus, you have hypers, too. So if you're ever... Hypers refill your combo meter, so if you hyper in a spot where you have nothing to shoot or chain against, that can save you sometimes. And then of course, while you're hypering, chaining's really easy. All you have to do is basically hit stuff. And again, I'm sorry, I'm probably not providing the most in-depth explanations here. Try my best. Go to the top corner here. That's the trick. Around the world, we're going up, down, and around. My trick with these tank lander things is to, well, not the top ones, but the bottom ones, is to just fly on top of them and beam. way. You gotta go left. We've gotta go left. If you go right, you're dead. That's just one of the unfortunate realities of this stage where when you're first learning it and you don't know to go left, right, that part, you're gonna get killed. So we have 3 hypers, that's good. Because we need a hyper to destroy this cannon. I do. If you're good, you don't, probably, but if you're just mediocre like myself, you need the hyper to get past the cannon. You go forward like this and boom. The reason why you don't want to bomb the cannon is because if you bomb the cannon, you won't get the free 1-up right here. You want that. Big time. It's actually more beneficial to suicide rather than bomb that. Like if you have a bomb, but you don't know how to use the bomb correctly, and you destroy the cannon with the bomb, that is worse than just suiciding into the cannon and destroying it that way. So this is the section I like to call the railguns, and depending on, they're randomly placed, so depending on your luck, this section can be pretty simple or a total pain in the ass. Okay, I'm gonna get killed here. Maybe. Hold it. Okay, we got the hyper. This boss is kind of tricky for me. So let's get our save state out. I'm gonna practice this one quite a bit, even if I clear it the first try. This section you gotta be aggressive with your dodging. If you just try and wait, hang back. Okay, the rank is freaking high right now. Listen. Okay, these bullets are pretty high. Hyper. Bomb. Okay. Now hold it together for this pattern. This is a tricky one. Oh my. Oh, flew into the bullet. I have a bad habit of doing that. I literally die to the last bullet way more than anyone ever should. Let's try that again. So this is not in the plan because... Here, let's see if I can slow the rank down a little bit without dying. Using my bomb. But I don't want to use it here. This is a tricky situation. I'm actually doing really good on resources though, so if I do die, it's not a big deal at all. Let's try going to the left this time. I can never decide which is the best way to go through this pattern. There's definitely a better route than what I'm doing though, that's for sure. Oh, okay, we got the good rings. So there's 2 rings. That first one you saw, the first step, I dodged them. You can dodge them pretty easily. I like that set the best. Okay. Then you can just point blank with a bomb. But the final stage is no joke. That is for sure. And I can never quite nail down a route for myself. I have kind of a vague one in mind, but I've never really grinded this stage out to the point where I'm memorized every second of what I'm doing. It's like, I kind of have a vague plan for every few seconds of the stage, but not like a really solid route in my mind. May I add this, you should, if you have the chance, you should go back and watch my one-all of the Xbox 360 version. Right now I'm playing on shmups. Dear God, that was hard. Not only because I was using a laggy arcade stick at the time, I was using a converter, which at the time I thought didn't add much lag, but it turned out it added like a frame of lag. Plus the 360 version doesn't have correct slowdown. At least I don't believe so. I believe there's not enough slowdown, so the game's harder than it should be because it doesn't slow down, especially in the last stage. This section, the first bit here, I kind of understand what to do. From there, I always end up just kind of playing by ear way more than I should. This section, in a weird way, kind of reminds me of a part in the original Dodonpachi where you have to dodge these tanks and cannons at the same time, and you build these walls, and if you're not careful, you just get shoved into the corner and murdered. That's what this stage wants. This part of the stage wants to do. It wants to shove you into a corner and murder you. Right here, you have to get in front of those guys, or behind them. If you get in front of them, the line is too long, and you basically get sniped. So you don't want that. Another fun fact is all these little mid-bosses I'm fighting are like remixed versions of the first game's bosses, which I thought was a really cool touch. Like, this is stage 3 boss in the first game, but it's parked. It's like parked on the ground. Lost its jet engine, I suppose. And this stage kind of reminds me of stage 1 in Dodonpachi. The backgrounds and stuff kind of look like, especially the part with the tanks coming up. Okay, there's one of these little mini guys who tries to sneak attack you from the left sometimes. You have to watch for it. Do not try and dodge this on the right side, because this gap right here that I'm going through doesn't really exist as well. That's actually a funny trend in a lot of the enemies in this stage, including the boss, is that they're weak on the left side, not the right. I'm playing a lot better than I expected, considering that I'm doing a lot of talking. Or maybe I'm not doing enough talking. One or the other. Holy smokes. I had a bomb, I didn't realize. I have an excuse. The excuse is that I'm playing on a CRT and there's so much flashing going on I couldn't tell if I had a bomb. You can probably see it in the recording. Oh my god. I'm getting a little too relaxed here, a little too loosey-goosey. There we go, let's just bomb this. This was the section, so earlier today, I no-missed all the way up till right here, but then I didn't have any bombs or hypers, and that section's actually really hard without them. Still, I was very impressed with myself. Okay, let's make ourselves a save state and do some practice on this dude. The mother bee. I don't know what it is supposed to be. It's a bee. It's like stuck on the ground. But we know it's not Hibachi. It's like Hibachi's a woman or something. That's my interpretation. Left side, yeah. See, dodging on. This pattern is horrible if you're trying to dodge it like a normal human being. But once you realize that a lot of these patterns are weak on the left side, it becomes much easier. Oh wow, how did I not get killed? You probably heard me trying to shoot a bomb. But that one, I to this day cannot figure out how to dodge that pattern. Like when the pattern spreads in that way. Yeah, this is tense. The stakes are hella high right now. Oh. That'd be cool. Should I try and dodge it? Should I just bomb out? Okay. I think it'd be good to show a few more practice. That was actually a really good one. If I was playing for real, I would have bombed instead of... Well, I had a bomb in reserve, I would have bombed and that's really fine. when I had that death in the end pattern there. Holy smokes. That was a tight little chain. What's with the chain? Why is it so small? I've never seen that happen before. Gotta get on the left side here. I'm not going the right side, and as I say that, I'm on the right side. This is kind of more typically what probably happens when I get nervous. Alright, here we go. Still totally doable. Ooh, I should have done that. That was a very risky dodge. The strat is to actually get really close to them before you dodge them. Like as close as you can. Yeah. And bomb. And sayonara. One more for the fans. The triple. Can I get 3 in a row? This is the trick pattern. I don't know why I was getting such a small little bullet chain. I don't know if it's randomized or if I did something weird setting it up, but that sucked. There you go. Left side, baby. Yeah, I forgot I had it. Just follow these blue bullets, that's the trick. Just kind of tag along with them. They're like the road to safety. Okay, now as long as I don't get hit with that whack. Here it is again. Oh, I made it that time. How is it still going? Okay, I'm gonna try to be super cool and dodge this entire pattern. But the thing is, I don't actually know how to dodge the second half. Like, I don't have that part memorized. So I usually just bomb. I hit this part. From this point on, I have no idea what's gonna happen. Oh, here we go. Oh! The last bullet gets me. Alright, well, let's go back and practice some of the other parts here. Gotta open the door, it's a little cold. Get a little toasty in here. I'm sitting next to 2 computers, giant ass CRT, it's getting hot. But outside is, you know, fall in Idaho, in the mountains of Idaho, so instant air conditioner, just open the door. I don't know if I ever explained this on the podcast, I think I have, that I don't play in my house necessarily. It's like this shed that's attached to the balcony of my house, from my apartment. And so that's where I have all my shmup stuff, is out here. I have my computer monitor in there with my Xbox 360, but a big old CRT that I like to play on is out here. Go. The trick there is to quickly cross right to move all those incoming enemies that way, and then quickly cross left. Yeah. I've played this game quite a bit. I haven't expressed that before. The only shmup I've played more than this one is the original Dodonpachi. I'm not sure which one I like better. Probably DaiOuJou, to be honest, now that I've spent a lot of time playing both. Probably DaiOuJou I like more, but fair. I like them both pretty much equally. The nice thing about my arcade stick, or the annoying thing, I guess, depending on the viewer, is you can definitely hear what I'm up to. Because I'm playing on a Korean stick. It's louder than a typical Japanese stick. Actually, the stick I found that I like the best is a cross styling between a Korean and a Japanese. It is more of a Korean stick, but it has a little bit of a Japanese touch to it, I guess. Where it feels a little more springy. And the micro switches feel more like a Japanese stick style micro switches, but they're not, they're Korean. It's the infiltration stick if you're interested. The crown infiltration stick. Wow, I am horribly out of position. Hope we make it. Yikes. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing here. Here we go. Just by the hair in my chinny chin chin. See that? See the background right there? Right here. That's where I live. Right there. Right here. That's my house. My apartment. That's some secret lore that they don't really include in the game. You have to be in the know to know that kind of thing. This is probably one of the funnest bosses in all of DOJ. This boss is a lot of fun to play against. So much so that sometimes I forget to strategize my usual way of beating him and I'm just flying around dodging bullets. The ugliest boss, but one of the funnest. It's just like a turtle. That's what I think of, it's a turtle boss. Okay, watch me. You go to the top right here to get past the rings. That's the trick. Oh dear. Here we go. Oh. Oh, I got sniped. I could tell as I was playing that wasn't gonna fly. Not too shabby though. Normally I have a bomb, but you know the part earlier where I had to bomb because I was out of position? Normally that doesn't happen, I have a bomb. So if I ever get caught in a weird position in the last phase there with the rings, just bomb and bomb it out. Should do this properly, right? Oh my gosh, did I not save state? Oh, I must have overrode the save state. Okay, well. Here we go with this boss again. With this setup I have here, I can never cheat because every time I go to do a save state, my entire screen turns blue and you can actually see it on the camera. It's funny. Nice. I don't know why I killed it so fast there. Usually I have to make that dodge. Okay, let's see if I can. Flew right into it. That was a dumb dodge. I was impatient. I should have let the pattern get a little closer to me. Kind of the general rule with dodging that I try and follow is when you're crossing stuff to dodge it, right? Is that you want to be as close as possible before you make the cross, because it minimizes your room for error if you do that. Like I'll show you. None of these dodges really apply because I'm not crossing the bullets. But here, not this one. Okay. These rings, when I'm crossing the intersecting rings, yeah, I want to be close before I do it, so I can get a nice accurate dodge. Come on now. Okay. I had it almost. Should I try one more time? I seem to get caught just at the end there. I think it's because I get too far into a corner and I'm not suppressing those cheese graters flying out. Okay, top right. Oh no. Oop. This is not good. This is not good, folks. Okay, there we go. I am dodging like a complete spaz right now. Making it work though. I think that's one talent I have in this genre is even though I am not the most focused and controlled player at times, I can make those spaz dodges work way more than they should. That was just bad timing. What is it with the last 3 seconds? Point blanking. Well, just for fun, I'll try and point blanking. This part's gonna be oh, I did. Didn't even make it to the last phase there. I don't know how those missed twice. Shove the cannon right in his face. Here's the funny thing I want to show you guys. If you don't play these games, if you don't play a lot of Dodonpachi games, you would think playing aggressive like that and point blanking the boss would give you more points and more hits. Sorry, I was a little out there. More points and more hits. But it doesn't. Actually, hanging back like this and playing kind of more afraid or more conservatively will gain you more hits. Granted, the boss won't die as fast, so there's that, but... 2k hits. You know, I had point blank it, I think it was a lot less. So there's a fun lesson for you guys. Like I said, this is kind of off the cuff, so I might say some pretty inane stuff. There we go. Oh, the rank will not be denied. The rank shall not be denied right now. I want to see if bombing it visibly slows it down. Okay, ready? Let's see if this slows it down. Or if it... Yeah, look. The bolts are now slower. Okay, this pattern is hard as fuck dodge. Almost made it through. Someday I'll come up with a good route to do that. I had one for a while there, but it just never, there's always, just never quite satisfied me. Good. Yeah, that's good. Wow. Where did all my skills go? I'm glad I'm leaving this to the end of the video. Wouldn't want to put me getting murdered over and over up front. Pattern. Okay, there we go. Alright, left? Should we try left? My hands don't want to do it though. My brain says go left, my hands are like, no. I'm not doing that. That's something that happens in fighting games quite a bit. Like, oh, we're gonna go for a better combo this time. But your hands say, no. We're going for roundhouse sweep today. If I can get that paper, we're golden. Give me the money, baby. I think when you're really playing for score, the strat there is you hyper those rings You just build up a crap load of hits on him. There we go, I got through the boss there without getting killed. Yeah, stage 6 is where I just let it all hang out. What is that? Let it all hang out, you know, just hyper all day, baby. The rank thing isn't as much of an issue because I know I'm gonna get killed probably, and that will just drop my rank anyway, so. Hyper's for everyone now. The trick here in this section is to just look at the bullets. This one, the trick is to look at just the side of the bullet. Just looking at the sides. Sounds weird, but that's how you do it. You're going to move upwards. You gotta play a little aggressive on this section here. Moving upwards, cross in the stream. Cross, cross, cross. This one we're going to kill the right. Then we're going to move left. My hands froze. I hate when that happens. When my brain says dodge, right, but my hand makes the slightest movement, but it's not enough to actually activate my stick. That's what happened right there. Wow. No explanation there. Maybe it'll become a running theme of this video series that I come up with a different excuse every time I get killed. Like, they have to be different though. Otherwise it's not fun. If they're the same, I'm just complaining there. Okay, same stuff here. Misdirecting the fire. You want to be on the side of the screen for a short period of time. You don't want to hang out there too long, otherwise you get pinned. It's like a fine balance. I think that's the hard thing about teaching people shmups is everything is good, but only for like 3 seconds, and then you gotta do something else. You know, it's like, oh, tap dodging is really a good strategy. Yeah, for like 5 seconds, and then if you keep tap dodging, you get killed. Same thing with, you know, using the corners of the screen. That's a really good strategy to misdirect the fire, but if you stay over here, look, I'm going to intentionally stay over this side. Look at that. You just get pinned. That death was intentional. This here. I was trying to get pinned to the side. If someone wants to put up a running tally of my excuses at the bottom of the comments, that's completely fine. But that really was me. Demonstrate something. Holy smokes. I was tempted to bomb. Not gonna lie. My finger actually moved towards the bomb button. I had to suppress the instinct. Holy shite. You can tell I'm from Idaho. It's people from Idaho say that. Idaho. We don't curse that much here. That is actually untrue. Half of the population hardly ever curses, and the other half do nothing but curse. Wow. That was a miracle. That dodge on the left was a miracle. Okay, there's no way I'm doing this. I'm not that good. I usually need at least one in reserve, right? It's the pressure, most likely. I can beat this boss without dying. But when I only have one life, the pressure's too strong. I get too nervous. Even in practice, even if I'm sitting alone at home in the dark in some bedroom or in my shed, I still get nervous. If you're wondering why the quality of my play is degrading, it's because it's actually hella late here. Alright, show me the money. Show me those wide open paths. What would you call it? Wide open pastures. No, I still can't believe that one pattern I got. I know the expert players will know the answer, you know, if I did something wrong or it's random, but that was the most ridiculous pattern I've ever seen in this boss fight. Whoa. Whoa. Did my hitbox get bigger? I think my ship's putting on a little weight. Hitbox is getting bigger. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? Okay, here's how you properly do it. Enough messing with it. This is how you properly do it. Just go nice and slow. Just like that. That's how you do it. It's the proper method. Here's the proper method for this one. Bomb spam. Like that. Okay, now I gotta be in the right position. Oh dear. How did I dodge that? How did I make that dodge? I think Prometheus would not be happy about that dodge, because he said one of the problems with DOJ is that the hitbox is much smaller than in DDP, so you can make some pretty bullshit dodges sometimes. That was one of them. That was not Prometheus approved right there. Holy crap, it's hot. The heat. The pressure. It's all building up. Woo. Not bad for only having one life. What are you doing? Actually, that was strategic. That was completely strategic. What is up with this pattern? It's gone completely wild tonight. I need to study up. I'm sure there's some explanation of what's going on with the thing, but I'm tired of it. I'm tired of fighting it. The proper way to handle this pattern. This is the proper method. Why am I keep getting... Okay, okay. Yes. Now it's gonna do this. I should be fine. There we go. I love how wide that is, that one randomly wide pattern right there. One random wide gap. Oh, I should not be here. Yeah, that was just bad planning. I don't even know if I could have got through that. Maybe. That last gap there. I need to stop moving to the right. I have to remember my rule. Stay to the left, or maybe even the center on that one. The right is just a death trap. Pattern gods, show me your love. I think that was an easier pattern too. I just messed it up. What is up? Why? Why are these... I did not anticipate on yammering on this much, but this is the inaugural episode. Maybe the last episode, depending on how annoyed you guys are by me. I'm hoping this is coming off as entertaining rather than annoying. It's hard to know. Falling asleep at the wheel. I think that's a quote in Blazing Star. You get when you die. One of the death quotes is like, fall asleep at the wheel, dude? It doesn't say dude, but it's, fall asleep at the wheel? Question mark? It's actually asking you. It's not even saying that you did. It's asking you. Did you? Game couldn't tell. I don't know what's going on. It knows. It's like, it knows that I know. It knows that I figured out its weakness. And it said no. It's not how DOJ rolls. DOJ wants you to have the bomber laser in that part of the back because it's ridiculous. Oh, wow. That was a faith dodge. That was Jesus take the wheel dodge right there. Can I please get a magnifying glass for this part? Okay, do not go left or right. I'm tricking myself now. Do not go right. Just stay in the left. See how that works. So far, so good. Oh dear. Oh, from the behind? I see you. I see you, but I couldn't stop it. Still pretty good. Still definitely doable. Okay, should we go for the whole banana now? There we go, we're going for the whole thing. Can he do it? Can I do it? Will I buckle under the pressure? I can't remember where I picked that up. I think some random fighting game thing. Oh yeah, we're comboing. Who's comboing right now? That's when I thought it was pretty cool. Like I said, though, I really haven't practiced comboing in this game at all. I'm not exactly sure what I'm supposed to be doing combo-wise anyway. A quick tip to those who aren't familiar with the chaining system in Dodonpachi. One thing that will really help you is when I first started playing Dodonpachi, I naturally assumed that bigger enemies like the tanks or these big ass ships or these smaller ones here were worth a bunch of combo meter, right? And so I thought, well, as long as I'm blowing up the big things, my combo meter would be high, but it's actually the reverse. Like, big things drain your combo meter pretty badly. It's actually small tanks, small enemies that die in one hit. They're what you get the combo meter from. So usually what you want to do is, when you have a big enemy that you're killing, you want to keep some of those smaller enemies alive. Use them. Oh, this guy's not dead yet. To use them as fodder when you're transitioning. Probably didn't come out sounding very smart or put together, but Basically, just think of the larger enemies as a backstop for your laser, but you're not going to get barely any combo meter from them. So after you laser a big enemy, always make sure to kill a small enemy with your laser before switching over to shot. They killed him, now switch to shot. And I'm much better at this in DDP than in this game, just because I haven't learned the routes and stuff. Dead air. Dead air. Warning. Dead air. I can't really think of anything in particular to say about this section, other than you can combo it by holding down the auto fire button. Except I think you're supposed to leave a tank on the right here alive, so that you can kill the tank, transition the combo into the mid boss here. Okay, now I have to remember my own strategy here. What am I doing? Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hyper these guys, get the points from this, so that I can get my extend and everything. And then I should have an extra hyper by the time I'm done to save for survival purposes on the boss. So tired. Oh my gosh, am I even gonna make it through this? Forget like making it through skill-wise. Will I be able to make it through staying awake, eyes open wise? I did fall asleep playing DDP once. I was grinding the game for hours, probably like a 5-hour session one time. That went really late into the night, and I did actually fall asleep practicing DDP. It was on the stage 6, the opening section to stage 6. I was practicing that, fell asleep. The stick in my hand. That sounded dirty, but what I was gonna say, that's what happened. I think for me, with the original soundtrack, it's a toss-up between this stage's theme and the second stage's theme. The soundtrack in this game is so much better than DDP. It's not even a point of debate. If you think DDP's soundtrack is better than this one, you must have your ears glued to your head, because there's just no way. DDP's soundtrack is okay, but it's not that good. It's a great soundtrack. Ironically, I think the best song in DDP is the one you never hear. It's the one that I heard for the first time in my life just a few days ago. It's the All Clear theme. So when you beat the game, there's actually an extra song when you get the All Clear. So when you get the 2-all, I didn't get it. I got it in save state practice. I was practicing against Dodonpachi. And I got to hear the theme, and it's actually really good. It's the song they play the least. And that one song they play the most of. That one gets pretty old after a while. I think it's the stage 4, stage 6, I can't remember what stage. A lot of stages though. Yeah, I shouldn't have bombed. I'm kind of losing my focus, yammering on about this soundtrack. what am I gonna do when it's live? That's gonna be tricky. Because I don't want to just not say anything and be kind of... Because my run... Like, if they have someone like Jamers go on before me, he's just destroying a game. And then here's me playing a 1-all of Black Label. I'm gonna look... And, like, not getting a decent score at all, just survival. I'm gonna look like a complete fool, so... Might as well try and make it entertaining, right? That's my thing. So I've got to try and talk and play at the same time. I hit the hyper button a frame or two too late there. I mean, the button was hit, but it was just a little too late. Part of me was thinking I could still make the dodge. I'm trying not to think about this too much. Let my hands do the playing. I think in live runs, like in practice, you should be thinking about the game. You should be thinking about what you need to do, how you can optimize your gameplay. Like you should be thinking about all of that when you're practicing. When you're just playing in a demonstration setting, I think you should not think about anything. Just let your hands play. And hopefully they won't let you down. That's how it is with fighting games. Well, sort of. You still have to kind of think about your strategy a little bit, but not too much. Just a little. Basically, you just think about the other person the entire time. You think about, okay, what is he doing? What's his habits? You know, what does he like to do? What does he not like to do? Don't ever think about yourself too much. That's when you get in trouble. I think a lot of people struggle with that fighting games. They're thinking about, oh, what could I be doing there? I should have done this here. Maybe I should try this strategy there. Maybe I should try this combo here. That's all really good to think about when you're practicing and stuff like that, but when you're in the middle of a tournament, it's usually going to just clog your execution and your focus. And I believe the same thing stands true with shmups. That's my theory. If I get this 1-all, I think that's a little bit of proof towards that theory, because I'm trying really hard not to think too much about my play. Let my hands take over. Wow. What happened there? That was a moment where I don't think I deserve to be alive right now. Luckily, Dodonpachi is a type of shmup that rewards swag moments like that, where you're playing way too aggressive, but the game's like, eh. It's all good, boy. Okay. I've got to hold on to my hyper for the cannon, remember? Got to hold on to it. No hyper? That's not good. We need a hyper for that cannon. The game knows that. And it's going to do everything it can to take that hyper away from me. Go around the world, that's the trick. Side cannon. You gotta go left, remember? I mentioned that earlier. You gotta do the left kill. If you don't, you're just going to get sniped. What's that? Hey. Yeah, shot is your friend in this section. Shot is a true friend. True ally. Okay, I feel like I got through the hard part, now I'm gonna mess up the easy part. Don't you hate that shit? See what I'm saying? I knew that was gonna happen. Knew I was gonna get through the hard part and then mess up the easy. I try to keep a silver lining in mind, right? The silver lining is the rank is gone now. The rank is long gone. Those boss bullets should have turtle shells on the back of them. sometimes after you play in a bunch of high rank, and then you play against some really slow bullets, it can throw you off. Okay. Awesome. I'm just gonna bomb. It's too risky. Though I could have definitely used that bomb. It's just too risky. I have a habit of when I make one mistake, I compound my mistakes over and over because I decide, okay, to make up for that mistake, I'm going to play hella aggressive and do everything I can. Okay, this is not going to be a fun Christmas right now. Wow. It's not even over. I don't even have a bomb here. Hang in there. Okay. Last time I went to the left. That worked out. Let's try that again. No. It's blocking me up. It knows. The game knows. Okay. Got the good rings. Thank you for that. Okay, this is the tricky part though. We do have hyper. When do I hyper? Now? Oh, that wasn't a good idea, I don't think. Holy crap. Come on, die! Good lord. Can't believe I lived. That was Miracle on 34th Street right there. Christmas Miracle. Don't worry, I'm not going to sit here and be quiet too long. I just need to catch my breath to digest that delicious morsel of luck. Come on, slow down. Where are you? Where are you, slow down? What is this, the Xbox 360? Oh, beautiful extend. Is that the best noise you've ever heard in your life? Footing! Extend. It should have a very happy voice that goes along with it. Wow. I feel like I'm playing pretty clutch right now. I can feel the clutchness going through me. Oh god. Wow, I'm in the zone. I am straight up in the zone right now. And now I'm going to be killed. Yes, I knew it wasn't going to happen. I had a chance. I did have the chance. And that's risky. I don't know if I can. I don't know what's going to happen there. It scared me. Don't you try and snipe me. Don't you try it. Okay, there's no extends. I already got all the extends. I just gotta hold it together. There is no way I'm gonna pull this off alive. I'm gonna crap my pants in stage 3. I'm sitting by myself in a shed, talking into a mic, and I'm nervous. You know that quote about bravery, where it's not the absence of fear, but the overcoming of it? That's good and everything, but I envy the people who just do not have fear at all. Then they never need to be brave, at least in shmups. I'm not talking in life, I'm just saying, playing a video game, some people have no fear. I don't know how rare they are, but I would like to be among them at this moment. Oh dear. I'm getting out of hand. What is this, the last stage or something? What were they thinking? Thank you, one frame of it. Oh my god, that's all I'll say. Try doing this with 3 or 4 frames on a laggy stick on an Xbox. Well, bomb button was not working. It's my worst nightmare. I'm getting the 2-all. All I need to do is bomb, and the button doesn't work. That's actually not uncommon on the stick. I've definitely got to get those the buttons changed out. I'm using these crap stock Hori buttons. I'm sorry, I hate to bash on Hori, but their buttons suck. How am I still alive? Oh, I'm getting that hyper. You know I'm getting that hyper. I feel like I'm playing way better than I should. Come on. Holy shit. It's in the bag. All I have to do is not choke. All I have to do is not choke. Okay, here we go. Serious time. Serious mode. Nice and steady, just like that. Okay. Let's not die to some really easy random bullet. You know what I'm doing. You know I'm bombing. Forget this goddamn pattern. The chain of death. Oh, I almost had it too. Okay, so you saw in all my other runs, I was able to just dodge this pattern with my eyes closed, but now when it's all on the line, can I do it? That is the question. Okay, not bad. Just don't jank me. Don't you jank me. Okay, we got this. I think I could screw up and still just bomb my way out. Okay. Someone's cool. Yes, it's okay for me to go right. Don't worry. Because I got a plan. I have a plan, people. That's the plan. Bam! I'm happy. I wonder if it's showing on video, but I am happy. 1-all. I think that'll do it for today. We can enjoy the sweet, sweet ending credits. I have never seen the ending for the other ships. I always play XE. No English, sadly. It's almost a shame. Alrighty, let's throw in the initials, call it a day. I bet this score is horrific. 63, 607. Not great, not horrible, obviously not good, but not horrible either. Well, thanks for watching. Peace.